Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple ends, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Things will not be economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just now wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Hey, reservations for 20 at Kosho. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision.
Welcome in.
That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough.
Welcome in. How y'all feeling?
I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.
What up, Q? It's Plan G in the building. All right, let's go. What up? How you guys doing? Welcome in. Great to see you guys. Happy Monday. Let's get the day started. What do you say? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Great to see y'all. Great to see you guys. W's in the chat. If you're feeling good, throw a W. If you're feeling like an 8-figure trader, throw an 8 in the chat. I know I'm feeling like an 8-figure trader. Feeling is the secret, eh? Why don't we crack one open here? And let's get this day started, man. Welcome in. Great to see y'all. Let me go ahead and pray for you guys real quick, and then we'll begin here today, all right? Let's do it. Father God, I thank you for another opportunity to lead this group, to be at the microphone, Lord. I pray that you would just bless each and every individual as they move through this live stream today, Lord. I pray that you would bless them so that they can go out and be a blessing. And we just thank you for the work that's being done. We thank you for just the increase in ascension that is going on here. So we thank you, and Lord, we give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Ascension. Write it down. Some of y'all never heard that word. Ascension. It's game time. It is game time. Well, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Let me just close this door real quick. Going down. Had a little red light, green light going on with the kids before the stream. You guys ever played that game? Red light, green light, or is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that's it. All right, price action, Kev. How we feeling, big dog? All right, let's do this, guys. Welcome in. It is May 4th, so may the 4th be with you here today. And it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to walk into a new month with just that grit. You know, that grit to stay composed, to stay disciplined, to control thyself. Yeah, you feel me? I mean, want to know one of the biggest edges in trading? Control thyself. Right? If you can't even control thyself, very, very low chance you will ever make money in trading. So let's control ourselves here today and for the entire month. And let's lock in. I don't think we have too much going on here today. It looks like there's a couple little bank holidays going on, so we'll see how the price action goes. But let's open it up here. Let's take a look at the week ahead. Tomorrow, which is the 5th of May, one of the best days ever, is going to be some red folders coming in here at 10 a.m. So we'll have some 10 a.m. news on tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll also have orange folders moving on, and then a couple little yellow folders throughout the day. So that'll be tomorrow on the 5th, and then Wednesday we should just have some ADP. I thought this would be a red folder, but apparently it isn't, so we'll see about all that. But ADP coming in on Wednesday here, and then Thursday unemployment claims, and then I think Friday we'll have NFP. Yeah, Friday we'll have NFP, so it should be a big week. Should be an interesting week. We got full news, basically from tomorrow on. We're looking at orange or red folder news coming in, so should be pretty volatile. Keep in mind we do have NFP towards the very end of the week, and yeah, it should be interesting. So why don't we get into it? Let's get down to business. Talk to me, chat. How is the music? Is it too loud? Too loud? Too low? Let me know. I want to say it's slightly loud. Lower, please. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it a little lower. That should be good right there. Yeah, that should be good. Let me know. And if it is, then let's get into it. Yeah, we're good? Okay, cool. All right, let me move this chat over a little bit, and let's do a fresh top-down analysis. And let's see what we can come up here on Goldie today. Very, very bearish, as you can see. So daily time frame. Let me just move my tools over a little bit. And let's get into it here. So it looks like on Friday we ended up closing a bit of a doji, very undecided. But ultimately we talked about this move, right? Coming back up towards that previous range, right? If I can squish this up a little bit, right? Let me get rid of this rectangle here. And let's talk about that range, right? We had that range from, last week, the last couple weeks, and price kind of did a little fake out outside of the range, as you can see up here. You have a fake out right here. Price kind of pushed out, had no top wick, just kept rejecting, closed back below the range. And then eventually we broke out of it, right? So eventually we came into the new range, which I would say is sitting right here, right? Anywhere between in that yellow box there is that new range. So chances are if we're going to move through that range, we're not just going to plummet all the way down, right, into that zone. We're going to create structure here. So that's exactly what the daily time frame is doing at the moment. We've kind of pushed through. We've entered this brand new range, all this clean traffic to the left, and we have pushed up, right? We rejected some sort of area probably right around here for a nice little pullback. So Friday's candle did close bearish, as you can see right here, giving us not the greatest daily resistance, but ultimately it does give you a resistance right at this point. Looks like we did a little gap on the open here today, and ultimately just continue to move down, continue to move bearish. It looks like price is kind of tapped into a target at this point, so we'll have to see what we want to do from here. So let's drop down to the 4 hour. Let's get a little bit more information, right? But what we can say here is that the daily potentially has retested, right? Look at that, just almost perfectly that previous support and that previous range that we came out of. And this is why ranges are so important to understand, and making sure you're understanding exactly where they are on the daily, on the 4 hour, all time frames, right? Need to be locked in on. So nice little break and retest on the daily chart. Let's move down to the 4 hour now, and let's see what's cooking here. So 4 hour, let's go. 4 hour has moved down just as anticipated. We did a big move down here, really tapped into the main level of support. So just had a perfect read on this bearish move here today. We will probably start to reject now though. So 4 hour candle is really, coming back above here. I think if we can close above, have some sort of an inverted celery, there's a very high chance that on the next 4 hour candle, we can see some sort of a lower wick, and then a break of that high would really start to push price up somewhere into these ranges over here. So question for y'all, if we're looking at our 4 hour candles, have we tapped target, or are we on our way to some sort of targeted area? Let's go. Who knows? Tapped target or on the way? Clubhouse is going crazy. We'll give YouTube a second. They got a little 5-second delay over there. Yeah. Yes, sir. We have officially tapped target. You guys are trained well here. Wow. Okay. So what are we looking for now? Potentially counter trends, right? Potential moves out of there if we can get the structure on the lower time frame. So being that we do have a support level here, right? This is our 4-hour range. Now there is plenty of room to continue moving back up. Realistically, I would say somewhere into these highs is where you could expect price to potentially push up to if we break that high and start moving bullish. So let's go ahead and drop down to the 1 hour. I want to see what this right here is. A big rejection. So that's got to be some sort of a 1 hour candle or 30-minute candles that are moving up now. So okay, 1 hour rejection. So that's pretty interesting. So you get a 1 hour rejection, you get a candle to close back below the range still. So maybe this isn't quite ready to move up just yet. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. 30-minute is not looking bad here, actually. If you can get maybe like a pack runner, right, and then the push up, that isn't too bad. Same deal with the 15. Yeah, I'm about ready to buy, right, to long out of here. So if we can get a pack run or something like that, we got a wick to fill. It's 8:30. You got a range to fill here, and I think we can potentially look for some buys. So let's see how all this goes down here on this candle. If we can get a pack run or something like that, I think it would be great for us to have some buy stops here on the break of the high for price to continue moving bullish out of this 4-hour zone here. So let's see what happens. Worst case, we can also, okay, and let me explain the pack runner, right? So the reason that we want the pack runner here is not just because, you know, we want to be stingy and disciplined and patient, right? We want to see this pack here because that break of that 30 low gives this 1 hour candle a bottom wick. So I don't know about you guys, but I would be extremely uncomfortable, right, with taking a buy, right, on the 30-minute candle without that 1 hour candle having a bottom wick, especially when you had 1-2 candles close below the range here. So I think the 1 hour candle may be our best bet. Waiting on that 1 hour candle, making sure it closes below, letting some sort of a bottom wick come in play here, most likely on the 15 or 30, right? And then starting to execute off these buys in this next 9 a.m. hour. So that could be what I'm doing. Unless we get some serious pack runner, right, that just really looks great, then ultimately we can wait and wait for the 1 hour closure. And if we can get a beautiful 1 hour closure, kind of closing like celery play, or I'm sorry, onion or something like that, this is where we get to work here. So wick to fill, range to fill, 4 hour rejecting. Everything looks pretty good to move up, but again, we don't want to impulsively make some moves here. We want to really wait for those really nice setups to fall into our lap. So that is pretty much it, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see what happens here. We got about 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes left on the hourly closure, and that is that. Maybe this 30-minute candle can come down now, throw us a nice lower wick, and end up closing bearish. We'll have a 30-minute celery play. We'll have a 1 hour onion, and then this thing should be ready to go. So that is it. That is it. Makes sense? Anyone have any questions? Perfect candlestick analysis there. Waiting on bottom wicks, waiting on 1 hour closures, potentially getting a 30-minute celery, 1 hour onion. This is going to be potentially phenomenal. One of the best trades you've ever taken in your entire life if you could just wait on it here. All right? Just wait on it, and we'll see what happens. So everything looks good. Let's wait on the 1 hour closures. We got a little bit of an observation zone here. Again, this 1 hour candle can just continue breaking lower. By the way, let me tell you, gold is extremely bearish right now, right? So if you haven't noticed, but if this 1 hour candle closes below, then I may actually be looking for sells here, right, on that 1 hour celery to move down and fill that wick. So that's why we don't want to jump the gun here, try and get into buys or try and become so bullish when price is clearly still on the run down. So we've got our rejection, but now we need to see confirmation after that rejection, and once that happens, then we can go in for the buys. If not, then again, price may continue moving bearish here, and we could somehow get our hands on these selling opportunities. All right, cool. That's it, my friends. That's the most important part. Now you gotta wait. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. Can you wait? Can you wait? All right, let's move over to NQ. Let's take a look at what we got cooking over here and see what's going on. So NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Are we moving bullish? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, cool. So we are moving bullish here on NQ. And ultimately, you know, 4 hours, obviously everything's up, right? So big rejection out of the 4 hour. Not as big as, this is a lot bigger than gold's rejection, but ultimately you are rejecting out of there. 4 hour candles have just no mercy, right? Like it just, they attempt to go down and then just straight back up, right? Attempt to go down, straight back up. So it's kind of like your life when you start following the playbook and getting disciplined. Like nothing can keep you down at that point, right? You're just firing on all cylinders. Anything that comes in your way, you just combat it and continue making higher highs and moving bullish in life, right? So nasty range here. Looking like a Monday range, probably probably not the greatest. You have the highs sitting up here. So yeah, the only way I really get into any sort of trades is not where we're at right now. The buys, if they want to pop from here, they can, but keep an eye on the left-hand side, right? You've kind of running into this area. So the best thing that we can do, or what I'll do, is wait for these pullbacks, right? If they come down to here, I'll look to take some buys off of like a support, right? If it can form up like this, because now I got clean range plus the highs. Or if price wants to move down a little further, right, and that's fine too, maybe we can come down into this support, right, and then start looking for buys down there. Pretty much looking for buys and buys only. No sells will be taken for me on NQ today, so something like that will work really well. So we'll see if we can get pullbacks on NQ and where those pullbacks go to, and then we can start operating from there. So no buys at all, even though we can probably push up and just keep going bullish all day. I need to see some structure here, and from that point, that's where we will look to execute. All right, so that's that. And then one last pair here. We'll look at silver today, and let's see what silver is up to, and we'll continue to mark this pair up and, you know, sample size and all that good stuff. So looks like our daily candle closed bullish on silver on Friday, so a little bit different than gold, right? A lot of times having very similar price action, sometimes not as much here. So you did get a closure. You did not close above the range. As you can see, there's a little zone over here, and that bullish candle did stay below there. So big push down on today's candle, just like on gold. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour. So 4 hour coming back up. So starting to look a little similar now, right? Big rejection to the downside. Looks like we tapped into that, you know, this whole zone right here, and now we're beginning to come back up. So if we also notice, there's a little zone here at 690 on silver for the 4 hour chart. So let's look at the 1 hour. I think if we can get some structure and a closure above on the 1 hour, this looks phenomenal. So let's see what happens. 15 minutes just on the move here. There's nothing for us to do unless you were in one of these other candles. At this point, we just got to hang tight. We got to wait, and if we can get some better structure or even a 1 hour closure, then I think things will look pretty good from that point on. All right, cool. That is it. I'll mainly obviously be paying attention to Goldie here today, and if we can get some opportunities, then we'll be here. There's the pack. There's the pack runner. Do we have the 1 hour bottom wick yet? Not yet. 15-minute pack, no 1 hour yet. What's good, Benji? Simeli. The big M is here. Can we consider the move up being the 4 hour trying to come up to give the candle a top wick? Yeah. Or it might just be rejecting, right? And then the next 4 hour candle opens up, and it's just literally like a 4 hour or a 4 hour inverted celery, right? Where price kind of rejects that area and starts making its way back up. So this also works. You know, this type of trade right here on the 4 hour, we just gotta see it happening and lining up on the lower time frames. What does the pack runner mean? Pack runner usually means, like, let's say a candle doesn't have a bottom wick. One thing I've learned from 6 years of trading like just candles, or really 5 years of just trading candlesticks, one thing I learned is that 85% of candles, they have top and bottom wicks. And if they don't, usually their buddy helps them out. So think of it like a friend coming in and saying, hey man, where's your lower wick, right? And you go, don't worry, I got you, right? So a lot of times, like, the next candle will come down and break that low. And you got to understand that if this is a 30-minute time frame and you got two 30-minute candles, all that really is again, 85% of candles have both top and bottom wicks. So all that really is is the 1 hour candle, right? That kind of moved up without really making a low. And then it came down, right? And it flipped bearish and it made its own low, right? And then it came back up and closed, let's say, bullish like this. So that's pretty much what the concept and the idea of the pack runner is. A lot of times too, even if they have like these little wicks, usually this will confuse a trader into getting into like a celery or something like that. That's where you'll grab liquidity, right, in a way, right? And grab the pack is what we call it, and then just start continuing to move in the opposite direction. So if you study candles, you'll notice that almost all of them have a top wick and a bottom wick, right? A top wick and a bottom wick, a top wick and a bottom wick. So when candles don't have that, another candle usually helps them out, or, you know, they come turn around and, you know, get it themselves. But 85% of the times, not 100, you know, not 100. Arrow Sassy in the building. There he is. Hey, how are ya? Yeah, doing phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yo, nice trade in London, guys. A little London sesh on the board in this lovely May. Let's go. Let's go. Nice little sells. You guys are obviously bearish. Bearish. Difference between a red hammer and a green hammer. If you're referring to hammer as this right here, one is up, one is down, brother. You know, one's a rejection from the downside, right? And then the other one's a rejection from the upside, meaning price probably trying to, you know, head down, because if price tried to get up here, but then it was pushed all the way back down, especially if when it was pushed down, it like stayed below a certain range, then likely that price is going to continue moving bearish. Same deal here. If price closes above with a big rejection to the downside, very high chance. This basically my favorite trade here, right here. Actually, I went through all my trades in May, and we had a ton of inverted celeries that we took advantage of, and they're just such good looks, man. They really are. All right, we need a low here. We need a low. Get a low. What's the difference between I got that one. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you, man. What trade did I take today? I took this one right here. So actually, this guy, yeah, this one right here. So it was a sell. Actually, I think I have it over. Yeah, right here. So this is a before and after. Kind of looking for sells, right, on the break of those lows there. Looking to fill the wick. It looked very, very clean on the 30-minute time frame. Let me show you the 30. This was basically the trade. Yeah, believe it or not, I actually let a runner continue, and yeah, I woke up in like serious profits. So took most of my profits right here, but let a little runner continue going, and yeah, ate pretty good. So yeah, that was it. Just a simple wick fill was the main trade, and then you know, everything else is history. Yeah. Anyone else take that? It was around, I think it was like almost 1 a.m. last night, my time. All right, this looks good. 30-minute celery possibly cooking here. You took it, Damien? Nice. Let's go. Yeah, it was a good trade. Nice little wick fill, range filled. It's beautiful. Went to sleep. Yeah, that's true. Rent has been paid. Yeah, they got a nice trade in London. That was actually part of that trade. And then yeah, here we are back at it in New York sesh. How was I awake? I tend to stay up probably till like 1 a.m. every day. I don't know how I do it, but 12 to 1, somewhere around there. Just too passionate about life to get to bed. All right, here we go. We're hoping that we can get this 1 hour low. It doesn't have to happen on this candle, like as I mentioned in that example. The next 1 hour candle, right, may come down, make that low for us, and at the same time, you got that 30 celery cooking right now. So this is the goal here. This is probably a trade that I'll hold a little bit longer. As I'll still do my thing here with partials, right, at the wick fill and all that, but this is probably a trade that I'm going to want to hold a little bit longer, see if we can get at least something like 4,600, 4,602 out of this. Yeah, it should be a good rejection out the downside. NQ, yeah, just wait for NQ to pull back, and then once it creates a support, you take a buy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, wait for these lower time frames to pull back here. You're too high up now to take I mean, you're not too high up, but it's not the same, right? If you can get a pullback now and buy from somewhere down here around 814, that'll be your best bet. Yeah, let me draw it out. Something like this. Get some closures back down here. Look for the buys right around this support level, and right around this support level here. And then from there, I think the buys are much better. You get a much better entry price, and you got much cleaner range to move up. You got a clean partial TP area, and then you can literally just drive it into the highs. Just continue holding into those highs. Shut down after 11:30. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 8:45. Nah, no trades for me. No trades for me yet. Gotta wait on that 9 a.m. candle. Johnny Gems, I miss you, man. It's been like, I haven't seen this guy in forever, it feels like. All I got to say is W webinar. Holy moly. W web.
My man. Yes, sir. Amazing webinar this weekend. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. What's up, Rafi? Good to see you too, bro.
Rafi. Yo, good morning. Good morning, brothers. How we doing? How we feeling?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Very good.
Good morning.
You guys hear me okay? Hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Nice. Bro, I've been away from my computer the whole week, and some things were off over here, but we're good. How we doing?
How was your
trip? Good to see you guys.
Great to see you,
Good,
man.
Good. Just busy but good, man. Good.
Very nice.
Happy to be back.
Yes,
Happy to be back. How we doing, Clubhouse?
What's up, chat? How y'all feeling? Happy new week.
Clubhouse.
Yo, gotta catch up on that webinar. I heard it was fire.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
It was great.
It was a good webinar.
This weekend we wanted to give like the Clubhouse members an opportunity to get their trades, take like just some feedback on their own trades, because a lot of times we do my trades or the stream trades or our trades, right? But we never really focus on their trades. So we wanted to give them that opportunity this weekend to bring some data to us and get some feedback. I thought the feedback was phenomenal. I think there was a lot of things that if I was a new trader, I would really take into consideration, right, that John was talking about. And shout out to everyone that sent in some trades and screenshot them, wins, losses. I mean, you got to be willing to put the the evidence up front to make those changes and those adjustments. So I think we all know the changes that have to be made and the adjustments, and just work on them. You know what I mean? Just work on them and try not to really let a trade go by. You know what I mean? Every trade matters. Every trade adds up. They all add up to an accumulative total. So really try not to slack on your trades and take them serious. Don't wing any of them, right? Sometimes I get a little goofy on the golf course and I'll just like wing a shot, and it's like, those shots add up, and those shots are going to cost you. And if you just play around, if you don't think, this trade isn't that serious, do that 4 times a month and see how serious that trade actually was, right? Because 4 or 5 mistakes a month ultimately keeps you not in profit, right, or in a break-even state. So they all add up, and they all make a difference. So treat them with the same professionalism and seriousness that you would, on any trade. So, but incredible review.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me just text this guy back.
Mm-hmm.
confusing me while I'm trying to talk to y'all. All right. What's up, Lights Fire? Great to see you, bro. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hold on, Goldie. We need this. We need this closure here. What up, Jason C? Do I have a proper routine that I follow? So I do. But once you have children, especially 4 of them that are under 5, sometimes what happens is the routines get a little shaken up a little, and you got to make these tweaks and adjustments, and not everything goes the way you want it to go every single day. And I've kind of learned to accept that a little bit and just enjoy time and be grateful. I remember I used to think, whoa, these kids are bothering me right now, and I'm in the middle of writing down what I'm grateful for. Man, I'm so grateful for my children. Guys, come on, get out of the room. I'm trying to be grateful here, right? Like, it's just like, hello, dummy. Like, why don't you? There's your gratitude right in front of you. So as parents, you gotta really just give yourself a break, right, and just chill out and open up your eyes and see what you're grateful for. And if your kid comes in and messes up your morning routine, it's probably a good thing, right? Just enjoy the time with them. And so I try and get to bed at certain times and wake up and do certain things. And I in most cases I get it done. But there's gonna be some instances where things break up, and you gotta roll with the punches with life. Did I ever meet Q Banks? Yes, I've met Q. What are my thoughts on NQ? Wait for support to form on like a 15-minute time frame. Ideally get that 1 hour to close. Wait for a new 1 hour bottom wick in hopes that the 4 hour gives you a little pullback while that bottom wick is being formed, and then buy off support. Show me the trade you took today. Only if you ask nicely. It's Monday, man. It's Monday. Treat me like my old boss. Just come in rapid fire, bossing me around, DJ Scratch who's looking for an answer. My bad. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me. Okay, would you have taken the 30-minute celery? 30 minutes. It's 7:30. Let's take a look, brother. 30 celery. This one here, inverted celery. If that's the one, yeah. But I would have needed a better wick than that. Just a little bit better on the inverted celery. Want to see like an attempt up and then the breakdown. But yeah, the idea was money, absolute money. Yeah, I mean you got to remain bearish, right, until that range 2 breakout goes down anyway here, because gold is just so bearish at the moment. Yeah. Oh, 1 hour had even if the 1 hour had a top wick, I would still probably want to see a top wick on this 30. Like, again, anytime you get these rejections, you kind of want to see another one, some attempt up too, and then the break of the low, not just a straight break of the low. Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I don't know the exact what was exactly happening. But yeah, I think I probably would have waited for a little bit of a better wick here, and then took the sell. All right, baby. 2 minutes. What do you think about the buys, Johnny Gems?
I definitely like the buys here. I don't really like the 30-minute right now because we pushed up a lot, but I like maybe a potential new support and then taking buys off support somewhere. Like some cleaner, like fresh, familiar structure.
Yeah, something like this. Even if we just get one nice bearish candle here, would be epic.
Yes.
And then either some sort of re-break of the high, right, after like a rejection, current candle entry, or you get a bullish closure. Bullish, bullish, blue.
Yes,
blue.
sir.
This one right here.
Blue.
Yeah, and in
Yup,
this case,
beautiful.
I wouldn't really mind that resistance here. I would still take this buy, right? Because it's off the range too. It's off the 4-hour rejection. The idea of everything moving up. So yeah,
Yes,
not
sir.
bad.
Beautiful, bro. That's the exact support I'm talking about waiting for. Love that.
Yeah. Green. Hey, how are you?
Greenery. Yeah, it would have been nice to cash that celery if we didn't push up so much. So now I think that's the best plan here.
Yeah. What time frame is that? 15. Yeah, like even DJ Scratchers, even that 15 kind of, nothing really had the best top wick there. So yeah, like the idea is great. It's probably a little tough. I don't think I would have been able to get in there. Yeah. Didn't trust it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Facts.
It looked like momentum
When,
was there and stuff like that, but still.
when in doubt, stay out, bro. With these
Yeah.
markets, right?
Yeah. Let's go. Just move
Like
to
if I don't
Orlando.
have,
Let's get it.
if I'm not convinced that there's edge in the market, then I'm scared to trade. I want no part of it.
Ditto.
That's when you
Almost.
listen to fear right there.
Exactly. That's healthy fear. Right?
Yeah. Like, nah, bro, this is not clear. Stay afraid of it.
Right. People think fear is bad, but when you use it like that, it's good for you.
Yeah, you gotta know.
Keeps you out of trouble.
You gotta know what fears, right? That are false evidence appearing real, and other ones that you're actually trying to instinctively survive from, right? Like, if you're walking in the woods, and all of a sudden you see these two vicious bears, and you think of Rafi. Oh man, I remember Rafi said, "Don't fear, just move through, just keep walking," right? Like that's not the fear we're talking about, right? Like that one you want to get away and run away, and maybe not run, but walk backwards very slowly, and don't continue that path, all right? But there's other fear that's just false evidence appearing real. So you gotta know what fear you're at, man.
Right. Like maybe walking in the woods and not seeing a bear, but you heard something, and meanwhile it was a squirrel.
Maybe that's
False evidence appearing real.
Wow, those bears look very vicious, but you know what? I'm gonna feel the fear and do it anyway, and that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we could break the lows here. It looks like we should. We really want to keep in mind gold is extremely bearish, right? So just keep that in mind here, right? This is what kind of why we need to be patient in this specific trade right now, is because we can continue melting off here today. Very, very bearish bias on gold. 4 hour may not be done, son. So you would have thought. You counted me out.
Lot of supports though down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll push through it.
All right, the only way, so I got the pack now, but we don't have a wick up here yet. So we're gonna need some sort of a wick first, and then if we kind of hang out a little and bearish, then we can set a buy stop on the break of that high. The last thing we want to do is enter on the flip here. Trust me on this one. What up, C Melly? How was your weekend? How you doing?
Millie.
Got a little green action going on today.
Yes, sir. Big day today, bro.
Big day, performance day.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna see what happens here. I'm not entering here yet, but I'm gonna open up a buy stop, but not to add yet. I want to see this candle flip up bullish, and then we go back bearish for a couple moments. Once we go back in underwater, I should say, that's when we can set the buy stop. The music's too loud. Let me reduce it. All right, there you go. What's my bias? I am currently open for buys or sells. So here it is, right? The daily's bearish. We got daily tapping into major levels of support at this point. It started to reject out of it. The 4-hour candle has also driven down, tapped into this level of support, starting to move all the way back up. And I think if we can close back above this range here, right, these support levels, then the next 4-hour candle has a very good shot at moving up into these wicks here and then doing something like that. So boom, that's my vision. Right, that's my vision. Now we are still bearish, right? So in order to take those buys, we're going to need some sort of confirmations on the lower time frame, like a 1-hour candle closing above, right? So we officially got that now. So now I'm actually looking for these buys here. So we got a little bit of rejection going on, right, on the 30-minute, a little bit on the 15-minute, not looking as clear as it could. Or should, I should say. So what I'm really doing is waiting out this 11 minutes and seeing, will this candle close above the range, right? And if it does, then what we can do is either, you know, set the buy stop on the 1 hour now, or wait for some sort of a bullish closure on the 15, right? And then start to look for the buys at 9:15, 9:30 for volume to come in. So that's pretty much the bias. I'm still open to take sells, but I think I'd have to wait on this 30-minute closure, right? And if the 30-minute candle can close, let's say above this, let's get rid of this, above this range here, I'm sorry, below this range, then I think the sells look pretty valid at that point. So, yeah, it just all depends on what these candles do on the closures, and basically waiting for 15-minute closures on buys, 30-minute closures for sells. Where's my buy stop? There it is. Oh, it's your, oh, okay. Got the birthday weekend. See you, Melody.
Damn, bro, happy birthday.
Oh, speaking of, tomorrow is going to be a great day.
Yeah, tomorrow was one of the greatest days that God ever made.
Damn.
Oh, we got that wick. Hey, I'm going to have a buy stop here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but we do have that wick here. So I'm going to have a buy stop now on the break of the 1-hour highs. And keeping stops back below the range here. This is probably a trade I'm going to look to hang on to at least up until like 95 for partials, and then yeah, maybe even find ourselves moving all the way up on the 4-hour. So buy stops on the break of the highs for me. My stops are going to be kept somewhere back below 45.60 here. Yeah, somewhere back below there. And then TP, you know, way up here in these highs. I can see that 4-hour candle coming straight to 46.18. Yes, sir. Little, yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Let's get it. It's my eighth year wedding anniversary. Let's go. W. Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Congrats.
Big dubs. What you guys doing?
Steak.
All right, so let's plan this trade here. So basically what we got is, this is what the trade is looking like. You know, somewhere up this a really good idea here on the 4-hour chart. Potentially letting runners go all the way up towards like 46.16 today. I think what I'll do is go break even at the wick fill and then look for partials somewhere around 90, 94-ish, 93, 94-ish. So somewhere around those levels is where I'll look for partials, and I think I'm involved here. So break even at the wick fill, partials, break even here. Partials up here at right around like 94, I want to say. Yeah, 94, and then full TP up top. So we'll see if we can make a move here. Stops are going to be kept below the lows, way below those lows down there, and we'll give this trade a little bit of an opportunity to, you know, do its thing here and give it some time for 9:30 and all that to come in. Partials, break even. All right, we'll see what happens, mates. But that's the trade. We got a 1-hour fake out here, potentially move back up here. Big 4-hour rejection, big daily rejection. Keep in mind, gold is still somewhat bearish, but ultimately we look like we can reject out of that target at this point. So let's see what happens. Chilling with my notepad. All right, I got some profits to risk here today too, so I'm risking some profits on the day, and we'll see where we can go. Buy stops on the previous red wick. I don't know where that is, brother. The current candle highs, yeah. So if you don't have the buy stop yet, the current candle. So when the 1 hour re-breaks its high, that's where the entry should be. Yeah. Gonna go to the steakhouse. All right. Let's go. Lovely.
Love you.
Could you recommend any live broker? Not really, to be honest. Not really. Yeah, I have a futures broker. I use Tradeovate, so they're good to use. Dominion Markets is pretty good. I was also looking into another broker called Paramount. So that one looks pretty good as well. It's a forex broker, but you know it does the trick. How many pips is break even? Break even is roughly the wick fill, which is about 90 pips. About 90. Hello. What's up, Damien? Marge, W. Is it a B setup? Yeah, I'd say just regular B. You know, you got a 1 hour pack, which is nice. You got the 4 hour out of, pushing out of that zone there. Daily tap support, 1 hour, strong 1 hour bullish closure with a pack runner. 30-minute looks pretty good. You know, you're staying above the range. A little bit of rejection there, but I think with the volume coming in at like 9:15, 9:30, I think it should be able to push through no problem if gold really wants to reject here. How was the weekend? Phenomenal weekend. Yeah, we did the webinar on Saturday, which was nice, and then just chilled yesterday when just went like on a big walk with the family. Big walk around the around this like lake that I have near my house. So that was pretty much it. Played some games, cooked some steaks, you know. Yeah, no. Let's see here. We'll close. Really just gonna close half. If we can get up here. London trade was or Asian it really was. That was up here. So it took a sell on the break of the low, wick to fill. Closed the bulk of the position right here. Literally just left a runner, and that runner just ran all the way down until I woke up today. It's epic.
The go to bed strat.
Go to bed.
Hit the hay strat.
Yeah, it was nice. I said, it's gonna be May, and I just went to bed. Them fillets, had them filet mignons. Yeah, chefed up like 10 of them. 10 of them.
Looking good.
Damn.
Yeah, I saved some for like the week. I've been trying to like meal prep as much as possible, so. What up, Spidey? Hey, how are you?
Spidey,
bro.
Best gold traders. Yo, trade like Jose. There he is. The man.
Oh.
Let's get it, brother. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Trade
How you
like
doing?
What's
How are
up,
you, bro?
brother?
What's the good word
Great
down
to
in
see you.
Naples?
Shout out Naples. One of the best spots in Florida.
Let's see. Would you still like an entry position off the 15-minute time frame? Closure above 83? Yes. Yep. Yeah, any sort of bullish 15-minute closure looks pretty good here. Yeah, you got closures coming up in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Keep in mind we have that 30-minute resistance up there. That's why I kind of want to go break even when we fill the 1 hour wick. But ultimately, we should be good to continue moving up. Close partials. Okay, cool. I think we got about, what, 80 something, 85 pips. But that's light these days.
Light
You
work.
know, that's light. That's like, sometimes
That's
not
our
enough.
average winning trade.
Yeah, I feel like our average winners are about 100 pips now, which is wild.
Literally, bro.
Got out at 30-minute wick fill. Okay, cool. Not bad. I'm in Naples too. Hey, yo. Yeah, we got a few people from that live in Naples actually here in the chat.
Yo, fire, bro. I love Naples. Honestly,
Naples
I could
great.
see myself living there. I could see myself living there eventually.
Yeah, Naples is a very, very nice area.
Hell yeah. I need to go back there again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while actually.
I'm trying to take freaking walks around some mansions.
Watch some super
On the beach,
souped
bro.
up golf carts just riding around the beach.
Right, bro?
Jose, remember we got pulled over? We got pulled over in Naples.
The cops are mad chill.
Cop was like, "All right, nice car, man. You just keep it slow around these neck of the woods.
Just don't speed at the warning.
No speeding."
Have a good night.
Please check your email. You check your email too, because usually now what happens is you get 2 separate emails. So you get one a welcome and then the other one your Zoom link. So just make sure you don't have it already. If you don't have it, just send us a email and then we'll get it taken care of for you. Buy a house in Naples? Yeah, man. Yeah. Right on. I forgot what road was that called? I forget. It was some road.
It's a good question. It was so nice to drive through that neighborhood, man, on that road.
Yep. Tampa's better for the kiddos. Yeah, Naples is nice if you're just hanging out, old school. You know, maybe not too many young kids.
I think me and Matt are gonna have to move down there, bro, before kids. Yes, sir. Trade like Jose. I'm coming, brother. Just waiting on it.
Oh no, we're talking about Naples, Florida. A little bit different. Oh, attack on ships.
Naples
Uh-oh. Hopefully we get this push up. Hopefully get a nice big push before the attack on ships gets absorbed.
Damn, Soho. Naples got nice golf courses.
Port Royal.
Perfect.
Yeah, there it is.
Perfect.
Port Royal. The attack on ship happened hours ago. That might have been what the initial push down was about. So now can we reject out of the 4-hour supports and daily supports? We'll see. Every time I take a trade with you, I lose. Damn, don't take any more trades with us, man. You might be. We don't lose many, so maybe it's the ones that you're here for. Maybe stop coming to the stream. Someone get him out of here.
Bro, I think I lost 5 out of last 20, bro. What are you talking about?
He was here every time. Hey yo.
You only came 5 days, bro?
Hey yo, somebody block this guy.
Imagine there's 20 trading days, right? And statistically, you should win 16 of them, but you show up on the 5 days where we lose.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, 20 days.
That kind of
but
sounds
you
like
show
bad
up
luck.
on 5 days where you lost. Yeah, right. Bad luck for real. Stay away
out of
from
here,
us.
man. Wait, what was that username again? Oh, I gotta go back and find it.
Yo, Maz, let's get this man banned. Nah.
FX Snipes, dude. Please. Don't come back.
Yo,
With all due
FX
respect.
Snipes.
Best of luck in your trading career. I'm just kidding. Hey, you know what?
Yeah,
It's a
we're
probability game. So 7 out of 10 times we're going to win. 3 times we're going to lose. So it is what it is.
FX nice, we're all trolls here, man. God bless you.
We're just joking.
Get him out of here.
Throw him in a bathroom. Remember that? Put him in a bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't even want him looking at my trades. I don't even want that guy knowing when I set a buy stop or sell stop.
Right, bro. Hilarious.
He's the reason. There you go. In golf, anytime you hit a bad shot, you like blame it on anything. But trading, I should just like, start blaming it on FX Snipe or something.
That's true, man.
Is he here?
I don't want to hear any excuses today on the golf course, bro.
From who?
From anyone.
Oh, okay. Ban him.
Especially you, no.
Can I explain this trade? Yeah, of course. So you got the daily candle, right? That is very, very bearish, but ultimately we have tap support. So we're trying to push out of that support right now. If we draw our attention over to the 4 hour, the 4 hour has also pushed down, tap support, tap these ranges, has been rejecting for quite some time. So with that rejection, our ears perk up a little bit and we start to go down to the lower time frame and check it out, right? To see, hey, is there any signs that we could potentially push out, right? We all agreed that when we got here to the desk and we were doing our breakdown that the 4 hour target had been tapped, right? So we were looking for potential buys out of there to maybe even get this 4 hour candle to flip bullish, right? Break its own high and start closing bullish at some point, or just moving up, right? So that's the reason for the bullish bias. Then you also have a 1 hour candle, which we kind of waited for the pack runner, waited for that pack to get grabbed, aka that low to get taken out. Then we set a buy stop on the break of the high. So that's pretty much what this trade is all about, is daily tap support, 4 hour tap support, 1 hour close back above. We got the pack runner, we got the re-break of the highs. Now we're just waiting for the volume to come in, and if that volume decides to go in our way, then we are looking at a pretty good position here with that time frame correlation. So 15-minute close, you got 9:15, and then you got 9:30 coming in hot here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, can we create support on the 15 and move up?
That'd be amazing.
You're gay. You're gay. I mean, if you're a grown man and you get caught up in stop losses, put him in a bathroom. The Bronx Tale, baby. This looks super bearish. Yep, that's why this one here is called a counter trend trade. So you're countering the trend right now. So that's what we're doing right now. It's a counter trend trade. Keep getting slipped on Tradeovate. Yeah, I haven't really gotten much slippage on Tradeovate too much.
Same, bro.
When we
It's
first
very
started
rare.
using it, it was a little obvious, but ever since then, I haven't really caught too much.
If you're like when I traded it off TradingView, then I seen a lot of slippage. But when I traded off Tradeovate itself, I got slippage rarely at that point. It happened a lot more if you're trading off TradingView. So if you are trading off TradingView right now and you're experiencing a lot of slippage, I would try to trade off Tradeovate's platform specifically, because it will only happen like sometimes. It won't be often though, just sometimes. And it only happens off Tradeovate when you have like high volume coming in, where like right when you get entered in, like a volatile push like happens right as you're entering, and then I definitely experience slippage.
Yeah, true.
Those are really the only times though.
You get a big push. Like usually our entries are on the break of lows or highs. So anytime you get a big push through them, that's when you're going to experience a little bit of slippage. A little bit of slippage.
Is there?
How about the charts? Do they look the same on Tradeovate and Top Step?
Yeah,
Yeah, they honestly do. It's honestly exactly like, just Project X is just like a little bit more better. I don't even know how to really explain.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm noticing here on the brokerage, and on Top Step they look different, the charts, and it's the
Really?
same everything. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yep.
It's
like the 1 hour on Top Step and on the brokerage looks different.
yeah. I wonder,
Yeah,
you got the same colors and stuff, like same like what do they
yeah.
call
It's just
that?
like
Like
on the 1 hour, I have a bullish. Like, do you see we have a bearish candle on the left? I mean, on the Top Step,
hmm?
and on the brokerage, I have two bullish candles, one big and one little one.
Interesting.
What the heck?
Yeah. Norvin kind of told me about it. He was like, pay attention because sometimes the charts are not going to look the same. And when I came in here, I was like, oh, wow. So I'm in one and the other one, I didn't place it just because it looks completely different.
Hmm. Damn, bro. I
It's
wonder
That's
why.
how
interesting.
it be.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
how
send
it
me a
is.
screenshot.
Of course,
Yeah, look,
they
I'm
can't
gonna.
keep it all the same for us traders. You know, they gotta put different liquidity and different charts and candles, and that's the one thing I don't like is like you could trade. We could all be trading gold, but we could all be trading on totally different platforms and have slightly different price action.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy.
futures and forex.
Look at this. I'm going to send you the 1 hour on
Yeah,
the
let me see this.
brokerage, right? And I'm going to send you the 1 hour on Top Step.
And the brokerage is trade over here, right?
No. This is with Top Step.
That's Top Steps brokerage account?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well,
Look at this.
I was talking about trade over it. Let me see.
No, that's why I'm asking you because,
Oh god.
Trade of 8 obviously won't have that issue. And then we're having this issue on this one. So then it's just where are we going to go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's weird, bro. That's not like normal. That's a gap. That's a crazy gap there on the 1 hour chart.
I know. I'm like, wait, what's
Gapperoonie.
going on here?
Wow, chat, you guys see that too? If you guys trading Project X broker? Wow. Yeah, Rafi, that looks weird, man.
Very confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
That's
maybe
what. That's
think
why.
about
That's
trade
why
over
you test waters. You see what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
gotta test.
exactly.
Gotta see how it goes. And
Facts, bro. Because the only reason I'll say go to trade over is because I've never seen that happen to me on like a lower time frame. Like a gap
Right.
like on the lower time frame. So yeah, it's a little strange.
yeah, no, I know that. Like, if you wanna trade your own capital on TradingView, you're gonna get delayed.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
Trading View honestly is terrible. Because I was trading it too. I thought it was terrible. Trading View, man, do some work over there.
Trading
You're
has been
listening.
around for so long too.
They're like, bro, we've been here since before you were born.
Have we considered Ninja Trader? Yes. Yeah, Ninja Trader. Yep, definitely. Yeah, I think they bought Tradeovate, right?
Yeah, they did.
Why big stop loss and small TP? I don't know, man. It's just the way I trade. Just makes money, so I keep doing it.
Yeah, Frank, Tradeovate mobile is brutal, 100%. I never trade
yeah, never.
Tradeovate off my mobile phone. I mean, yeah, I would definitely try to look for like a different alternative, but Tradeovate, I'm only trading that if it's on my computer, because I agree, it's terrible on the phone.
All right, we got 3 minutes on a closure here. 30-minute closures coming up. 15-minute closures. 9:30 is getting close. Closer. So let's see what happens here. Trading on mobile, I haven't done that since I started making money trading. Now, every now and then I'll pull out my phone to do something, but other than that, I haven't really done much work on the phone.
Trading off the phone, that's like the first way I started trading.
Yeah, I mean, look, if that's all you got, then you got to work with what you got, And then once you get a desktop
Facts.
and all that, and sometimes you can't hang out at your desktop either. You got to go to work or you got to, things to do. So
Yo,
usually if I
I
got
needed it.
things to do, I don't trade though. Like I just won't even trade.
I needed it, bro. I remember one time in high school, this was so annoying too. I remember I hated it. During high school, we would like have to like leave our class to walk to a new class like 2 minutes before like 9 a.m., like a 30-minute, 1 hour closure. And I remember being like, bro, like I need to be focused here at the desk, ready to set these orders up, and I'm freaking walking in the hallways. So I had to use my phone at that point, right? But it was just so annoying. But the mobile could be great. Could be great when you need to use it.
All right. So little thing here. If you are on the top step brokerage and that happens to you again, you gotta refresh the browser like 4 times. Literally, just keep refreshing, and all of a sudden now it just looks like the other one got fixed.
Oh wow. All right, well that's good.
Yeah.
Refresh.
Yeah. No.
Refresh.
Interesting.
They're trying to bring the candles back to life, like pulse, refresh.
I'm sure people tried refreshing it once or twice, but not like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we just gotta keep refreshing this thing until it refreshes.
I guess so.
Rafi just moved the markets, yo, literally. Yeah, Richard, bro, those hallways were terrible. The North Rockland High School hallways for service. Oh my God, it'd be tough. Sometimes I wouldn't get service. Sometimes I would let trades go because I didn't have service. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, get me out of this prison. If you looked back on the live streams, I'd be on the live streams and I'd be like, all right, yo, I'm about to dip. I gotta go to school. Or I wouldn't say school, I'd be like prison. I'd be like, all right, peace, yo, I gotta go to prison.
My man Kingston learned a valuable lesson this weekend. Touched the stove. Held on to it.
Dang.
W for him.
W lesson.
Got burned a little bit.
Yup. A little
Yeah, bro.
burn. All right, Goldie. What are we going to do? 15-minute break retest? Is that what we're seeing? Or are we going to move down? Yeah, as long as the 30-minute doesn't close below support, doesn't look bad here. But we got to see. Pretty much this is your 30-minute support right here.
Right at it.
Yeah, right at it. So, yeah, I will likely hang on to this trade. Yeah, I will hang on to this. 30 minutes still closing above. Could we move down here? Absolutely. If you guys want to reduce, like maybe cut half of your position here, not the worst idea, being that you close with a candle, not in your direction. But ultimately, I like to play the ranges a little bit better, and we did close above that 30-minute range there. So, yeah, I will be hanging on here a little bit. 15 no bottom wick. Oh, nice. Yeah, 15 no bottom wick either. Yeah, you might get a push down into like 15-minute supports right around here. So we'll see.
I can see his 15-minute push it down, planting a support, coming right back up.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, we might pop down into these ranges here. Sometimes you learn to let go. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he let go all right. Yeah, 15 no lower wick. Yeah, I'm okay if this, again, I go into all these trades with, the outcome already established in my mind, right? I'm either going to close 50% at 94, hold until 15, or I'm going to take stops at, somewhere down here around like 57, right? Like I've already established that in my brain long before I put this trade on. So if this 30-minute candle would have closed below, I will cut half my position here, but it did not. The 15 also never closed below, and it also closed with no bottom wick. So therefore, I'm just going to hang on to this trade. I've already accepted my loss here. I've already accepted my win, and I'll just manage accordingly now. So no closure below on the 30, no closure below on the 15, also no bottom wick there. So I will just leave my trade some room for drawdown. Yeah, and if it wants to hit stops, it will. If it wants to move back up and shoot towards TP, that's fine too. Dun, 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 dun.
It's a pro trader mindset right there.
Yep, we've put it on.
you put a good size on it and you feel okay, and there's no reason to feel like it's the end of the world.
Job is done.
Oh, we're done. We're just taking care of business. Another day. It's a great stop loss placement. I mean,
Oh yeah.
all the way down there below supports.
You're gonna take a sell, okay? You sell, I buy. And best of luck to both of us. Is there anywhere I can enter now? Not really, but maybe on the break of that high right there. But I would say just wait for this 15-minute candle to close above the range. You know what I mean? We might not even push up here, so just wait for this candle to close above the range, and if it closes above, then 945 is looking pretty good for you. Looking left, we're in a good position to move up. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Entered on the flip of the 15. Okay. On a combine. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Done his job. Yo, done his job. All right. Done his job. Just accept it. It was a South Korean ship. Oh, it wasn't even. The amount of. Ooh, I like this, Jacob. The amount of calmness and composure I have right now. This trade speaks to how far I've really come since being in TT. I love that, bro. Let's go. It's all about having that calm, cool composure. And you know what? You know why you have it? Because you've gone through the reps. So you can't get it without the reps. That's the crazy part, is everyone from the outside, right? They will only yearn to get that. They will only hope to get that. But if you don't put in those reps, it does not come, right? It will not come without the reps and, collecting the data and going through the wins and going through the losses. So congratulations. That just tells me somebody, right, has been tracking their data, getting their trades in, taking their reps, being patient, being disciplined, and, making the right steps towards being an 8-figure trader. All right, Goldie, can we push through resistance? Can we push? 1 hour actually looking a lot better now. But bump, bump, bump. Done his job. Facts. Since we're going against the 4 hour, why didn't you take the trade on the second range breakout? I like the 1 hour pack runner, right? Coming into the new 1 hour candle, last hour candle, the 4 hour. This is where I would anticipate the 4 hour to start rejecting pretty heavy as that volume comes in, as long as we had some sort of like strong closure on the 1 hour / 30 minute, which we pretty much did. We didn't get the actual range 2 on the 15, which is fine. I think in this case, I think it's all good. Having that pack runner, the 4 hour rejecting, the daily rejecting out of the lows, the high volume time frame coming in, or the high volume hour candle coming in, and yeah, that's enough for me to execute, man. Again, like, there's no certainty, right? There's a couple good reasons to get in. There's a few reasons to stay out, and then as the trader, you just gotta weigh the pros and cons, weigh the probabilities, and then make your decision based off of whether or not probabilities are in your favor. But nothing is guaranteed, so you just gotta, like I said in the Discord, you just gotta keep rolling those dice. Probability, let probability play out. Just keep taking the same trades, same setups, and ultimately they should predict pretty good or pretty similar results. Lucid, I've never traded them yet, so I'm not too sure. Haven't traded them. You get? Yeah, dude. I think he's getting some backlash on that. Maybe I've heard him start to say other words and other terms instead of that one. I mean, if you get some backlash and stop saying something like that, you're gay. You just gay. You actually turned out to be gay. A lot of people, yes. Yeah, most traders are gambling, of course. Of course. I mean, I was. when I was basically gambling for the first 2 years.
That's what most people do.
You know, and I thought I was trading, but I was really just gambling. This trade is a 1 hour onion. I guess you can consider it a fake out too. Yeah, slight fake out there. Customer service not the best with Lucid, yeah, or the Trade C platform I've heard is not the greatest either. But hopefully they're working on some things. Last Friday. Oh, Trade C's gonna call you tomorrow. Oh, okay. You gonna set up a meeting with them? Customer service terrible, yeah. Yeah, I'm big on the customer service thing. So like if we got problems, like we need to get those problems addressed, right? So it's like it's very tough. That's one of the big things I look at when it comes to any funded company, or really any company for that matter, is like, is your customer service good? Is it, you know, am I going to get a response in a reasonable time? Or, you know, that makes a big difference, man. 15 onion, yeah, 15 onion is going to be pretty good if you can, especially if you can close above, even better. But if you can close strong bullish, you know, that works too. Yeah, because again, you know, we're kind of in this uptrend. This is what me and John were talking about, how if we close bullish, we won't necessarily need to worry about that resistance anymore, because we're on this, you know, newfound uptrend here to continue moving bullish. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. Is there anything we would want from TradeC? Yeah, TT discount code. Let them know. Let them know, the big M. Oh my God, the worst. When you ask a prop firm a question, they send you a link to a Q&A. The worst. It's like, thanks for your help. Even after you made some payouts and some money from the markets, were you sometimes still drifting away from your plan? And if so, how did you get back? Very rarely. Very rarely. I needed the money that bad. You know, I couldn't drift. This was my only shot. I had no other income rolling in. I had a child. I had one child on the way. I needed this, right? So I could not afford to go back to my old ways. Did I make a couple mistakes? Yes. Do I still make some mistakes here and there? Of course. Like, that will probably never go away. But I never went back to my old ways of, you know, just really trying to get some money. You know, maybe here and there. Maybe a handful of times in the last 5 years. But I was too scared to go against it. I needed this to work, you know. Like, otherwise, like, I just probably was going to have to go back to work in a job. And I knew that if I had to go back to work in a job, man, 8 to 5 was going to, like, block out my trading, you know. And who knows, you know, sometimes you get busy in that 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, and next thing you know, you never get back to trading. It's very, very sad, you know, or just not even trading, your dreams and goals in general, because you get too caught up in that mundane 9 to 5 gig that, you know, you just say, oh, I'll get back to that later, or let me get established in the job first, and, you know, then I'll get back. And sometimes that never happens. So I didn't even want to put that to chance. So I made sure I stayed disciplined, and I made sure I, you know, stayed professional from that point moving forward. Got to hold yourself accountable. You know, there was people counting on me. There still is. Now I have way more people counting on me than just my family. I have thousands of people all across the world counting on me, right? So now that helps me even more stay disciplined, right? And stay professional, because, you know, other people are looking to me as an example. So not only am I doing this for my family, but in a way I'm showing up for thousands of other families too, because I want to teach the leader of those families some of my philosophies and thought processes and trading systems, so that way they can go out and, make some things happen for their family. It's a big responsibility. Winning, when you're the winner, you are the big, you have a lot of responsibility, right? As a winner, as a leader, as a champion, it's much bigger than you as an individual at that point. And, some people crumble to that thought and other people rise to the occasion of that thought. Me, I like that thought. I've always liked being that superhero. And, anytime I would play as a little kid, guess who was the superhero, right? I was. So like, I've always felt that role and that avatar. And, maybe that's why, I rise to the occasion when others may crumble during those situations. The 4 hour, yeah, we're looking at a big rejection off the 4 hour, so we'll see if it holds strong. Again, you got a closure coming up in like 16 minutes on the 4 hour, and you might even have this like inverted celery type of look going down. So, yeah, just hang on tight.
Just keep breathing.
Just keep breathing.
Just keep the breath.
That's it.
Flowing.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Tensing up. Check that jaw. Your jaw's tense.
Relax that jaw, gang. You're not even the one talking here right now. Just chill out.
It's just one day.
Yep, discipline's incredible. That's discipline is developed a lot of times through undiscipline. So, the more undisciplined you are in the beginning, you learn to become disciplined, right? And really, again, like, I just didn't want to give it up, right? I don't know about you guys, but I started getting payouts and withdrawals, and I just didn't want to go back to the old way. So I just kept doing what I was doing to get the payouts and the withdrawals, and I have not stopped since. Yes, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. So what I'm trying to do as well is give you no excuses, G. For real, right? Because you could be that player that crumbles. But what does that mean now for your future and your family, right? So you could be, but will you, right? You also could be that trader or that person that rises to the occasion. Guess which one will win? The one that you hold closest in your mind. So if you believe that you triumph and that you rise to the occasions and you can get that in your thought process good enough, then you will be that individual. If you're that individual that thinks, oh, I always blow it or I crumble, right, then you have to shift that identity. You have some work to do with that identity and, ultimately enjoy that work, right? Because anyone can become whatever they want to be. It just takes enough, discipline and vision. My risk is B. Is the B risk. Re-entry off the 15 isn't too bad. It's not too bad. I think you got a closure there, so you should have a 15-minute support that has been formed. So possible lower wick and then taking buys here. I mean, I'm still bullish. Anything above 70 remains pretty bullish for me. Am I worried about the 4 hour closure at 10? Well, it's not 10 yet, so there's still 14 minutes left on that. I don't want to worry about something that's still 14 minutes away. Let's see what happens here at 9:30. Got the second half of that 9:30 candle. So first half really didn't give us much volume. So if the volume's going to come in, it's likely to come in on this trade, this candle here. Turn into a swing trader. I like that. So that's the big part about having the a little bit steeper stops, right? Is that you get to hang out in these trades a little longer. You get to let them do their thing. There's been, maybe one or two bigger losses that we took, but ultimately there's been 5 or 6 trades that we stayed involved in, right, and ended up winning those trades. So yeah, it's just pros and cons, and we're still kind of collecting data on all that to see if it's smarter that we open our stops and take a little bit bigger loss when they do come, or do we keep stops the way we've always done it and just keep doing it that way. So it's just a little refinement period, and you just work on it, and slowly but surely your data gets collected, and then you got information. So now you can make decisions based off that information. But it takes 50 trades, right? It takes 30, 40, 50, 60 trades to have any sort of accuracy on that. So that's just what we're doing. We're just working it. I think every year I tend to work on something with you guys. So every year there's always a little sample sized thing going on. Volume, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Re-entry, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Re-entry off the 15. Unless you want to wait for a 15 closure, right? Other than that, it looks pretty good. British bank holiday? Yeah, we got a couple bank holidays today too. That's true. That's true. U.S. denying their ship got hit now? Hey, nah. Oh, what are we talking about? That wasn't us. It's the big missile. Says from Donald Trump. You sure that wasn't you? We got missiles. We got big missiles. Yeah, the best missiles.
Bro, Trump puts a gift tag on his missiles.
He writes, from the great Donald Trump. All right, let's see what we do. Let's see what we do. 15 got that lower wick going. Hey, just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, right?
Alrighty.
Sounds good, bro. This is one of those kind of trades that are really long.
Yup.
You just sitting here.
One of those trades.
We don't get a lot of those.
No, we really don't, man. I feel like our average trading time's like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Not even. Yeah. Probably 5 to 15 minutes.
3 to 5.
Honestly, yeah, literally not even 30 minutes. Like, that's on the longer side. Yeah, so it's definitely a longer one. 1 day price action, yeah, it could be, right?
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes here for a 4-hour closure, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that was a rejection on all those levels right there.
Yeah, yep. Am I in this one? No, I'm actually out of this one. Yeah, I'm waiting for a 15 closure above resistance. Yeah, we need some volume, right? We had 930 come in, but seems like nothing. Kind of just fluctuating in this range right now in the 30 and 15 minute. 1 hour looks the best, right? If we're gonna be real. Took a loss on the last 2 trades, which yeah, I mean, we're gonna lose trades. We're trading, you know. You guys hear Nick?
W's all around for you little kiddos. Wow. All right. All the kids are going to the potty, baby. All the kids.
Douglas in the living room.
Heard you, bro.
Oh, you guys heard me? Oh, yeah. We're firing up the kids. W's. Let's go. Where are the winners at? I go, where's your greatness? They go, yeah, it's right in here. I go, that's right. Let's go. Let's have a great day. Fa. W's all around, yeah. That's what we say over here. Yeah, W's all around. Nick talks to everyone like he's talking to chat. Actually, there's a lot of accuracy to that. That's actually true. Talk to everyone like that. Go to the gym. Hey, man, how are you? Good, man. You ready to have a great day? Let's go. It's going to be a great one.
I like to see right there. Let's get it.
Oh, okay, John. What a great mentee, eh? The only way not to lose trades is not taking trades. Yes, that would be correct. That would be correct. Kingman in the building? Yeah, Kingston, you know, he's always around. He's always around.
He's a king.
If the 1 hour closes below, are you going to manage this trade? Yes. Yes. If the 30-minute closes back below the range, then I will likely manage this trade. This will also be a 4 hour closure back below there too, so. Hey, you never know. 10 a.m. comes in. How you doing? We get that 4 hour
closure
pop.
coming up, bro. How we looking?
Yeah, we got a 4 hour closure. We still got a big
Really?
rejection off the 4 hour, so you know it doesn't mean that price gonna move up, but
Oh snap! Did you guys hear me? What the heck?
yeah, but we know that you did that just because I did it, and you know you wanted to have a little
Actually, no, I didn't.
something like
but
that too.
Whatever you want to believe.
What? Little Nicky. Lost, bro. You guys are so negative. It's called drawdown. You guys count yourselves out way too soon in life. Yo, lost, bro. Bro, it's drawdown. It's drawdown.
No, if
There's
you guys
been
are
no-
gonna act like amateur traders,
been
I'm not
no
gonna be
loss.
hanging around with y'all anymore.
Maybe you lost. I don't know. Probably. Anything could still happen. Yes, exactly. We still keep the hope. Hey, honestly, everything still looks good price action wise. Like I said, anything above 70 for me still remains bullish for the most part.
It's a bad trade when it's in drawdown. It's a good trade when it's in profit. Emotional as hell.
But hey, you know, what do I know?
None of us know anything. Let's be real.
I'm only up $485,000 with a 73% win rate through 817 trades, 599 winners and 219 losers with a 1R with an 85% daily win rate with a 3.3 profit factor. But hey, what do I know? You know, I'm just trying this
Right,
thing,
you
you
know.
know, just hoping that this trade works.
You're a YouTube guy.
Just some guy on YouTube, man, you know, don't trust me. Is it wise to close at B if we get there before the 4 hour closure? Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Yep. Yeah, because really what we were looking for was the 1 hour candle after the pack to break, you know, to break that low, come up, break our high, and start, you know, pushing through that wick fill, right? So if the 1 hour candle didn't do that, then that's no longer the trade that we got ourselves into, isn't it, right? So if you want to get out at break even ish, you know, once that 4 hour closes, or if you get that opportunity, not a bad idea too, right? But again, if that 4 hour candle is starting to close, you know, bearish like this, then, you know, again, it's not a bad idea to hang on to that, especially if you're getting all your closures still above the range. The only thing that can happen is that lethal next 4 hour candle bottom wick, right? Which can obviously take us out before pushing up. So yeah, we'll see how the candle closes. We've got 2 minutes, so why don't we wait for that and then we go from there.
Nick, I don't have 2 minutes. I've been holding my breath this long.
2 more minutes. I might be dead.
It's like maybe you should breathe.
Hey, you never know. You might get a 1 hour candle, little flippy to the bullish side here, and then start, uptrending with this 1 hour time frame. Anything can happen in 2 minutes. Oh yeah, London. Yeah, London. You guys had some drawdown too, right? Yeah, I think Magnus told me like 20, 30 minutes
Wow.
of a little drawdown ski. My thought about the sells
Dang.
are if you close below 70, the chances of us selling off are going to be a lot stronger. All right, 4 hour. This is it. Down to the final minute. Down to the final minute. It also wouldn't surprise me if this next 1 hour candle just flew. Right, just flew up here. You've already grabbed the pack. You've already got a steep lower wick, right? If you close weak bearish or even bullish, you might get a big push out of that new 4 hour candle up to the highs there. $30-minute trying to plant support here. We'll see.
50 seconds.
50 seconds. 15 celery. 8 down. 30 onion. Let's see if we can get a strong 30 onion to let Johnny Gems in the building here.
That'd be great.
Flex it. Flex.
No flex zone.
That's that VWAP.
No flex zone. We don't flex here.
Just some dude on YouTube. Oh, trust me, if I wanted to flex, it would be bad. It'd be bad, right, Green?
You can flex, bro.
All right, so we do get a bearish 1 hour closure here. Let's take a look at this. I think, do we have news? I don't think we have 10 a.m. news today, right? No, just some yellow folders coming out. So, okay, so we got some decisions to make now, right? So your 4 hour candle closes above the range. This 4 hour candle is likely to make a top wick, right? But, we're coming off of this rejection. We did close above the zone. We have this pullback that looks necessary to me, right? 1 hour candle is a little problem now. We did close above. It's one of those very awkward looking celery plays that I probably wouldn't take, right? So if we kind of get rid of all the drawings here, we can see that our 1 hour candle has closed above though, right? Bearish, but above the range, which really should keep price moving up. Now, the only issue that we run into is the new 4 hour low, right? Where is that 4 hour low going to go? Will it drive all the way down? Again, it can come all the way down here, right? And respect that previous low and still push bullish. So that's the only issue that we're running into now outside of like the 1 hour candle closing against us. Now the 30-minute candle, it still closed above support and it also closed bullish for that matter, right? So we do get a bullish closure here on this 30-minute time frame. 15-minute also closes bullish, right? There's been quite a few rejections after that no bottom wick there. So you got a 15-minute celery here, which should ultimately get us back up. We just really want to see now what we do as we tap into resistance again. So I'm gonna, hang on to this trade. I'll remain in this trade here. Stops look pretty good for the most part. And again, still no 1 hour closure below, still no 30-minute closure below. So price still remains bullish in my eyes. I don't really like this closure, but again, the ranges are being respected here. So gonna stay in and see if we can continue moving up. Yeah, see if we can continue moving bullish. If we re-break the 4 hour highs, that previous 4 hour high, That will look really good for us. So going to remain in the trade. Stops are going to stay where they are, and we're going to see if price still has what it takes to move out of here, being that it's remaining above 45.70. 45.70. Four hour. Oh, yo. Yeah, no bottom wick. Yeah, that'd be nice. That's all right. It's nice to have a somewhat of a bottom wick, so at least we can trust it, you know, on the way up if it starts moving up. Any new entries, I would probably either take the 15-minute celery or wait for the closure back above. Probably closures back above is going to be in your best interest.
Nick, it's looking like a beautiful day out today, brother.
Beautiful day. What do we got?
Say less.
71? 71 at the moment. What are we going up to here today? What do we got?
Probably like 90.
Not
87.
80,
Awesome.
80. Ooh, nice day here. If you guys
time to
aren't
get a tan.
following me on Instagram, you guys can give me a follow here on IG. Come say what's up. But yeah, it looks good, bro. Looks good.
Give us a follow on IG, chat. Also, give the stream a like, sub to the channel if you haven't. We're giving out the gemmies here. We really are.
Yeah, especially a nice little talk through, right? It's not easy to be in drawdown. It's not easy to take losses. It's not easy to trade in general. So just to have a little bit of someone there for you, you know what I mean? Like remember last week when we took a loss, the guy was like, "Man, you guys always say the same thing after a loss," and it's like, yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're trying to protect our people. We're good with the loss, but we know that there's other traders that are in this chat, that are in this stream here that may not be able to handle a loss like the same way we can, right? So therefore we have to walk them through it and talk them through it. That's the point of the live stream, right? Like, is to actually coach traders through. So of course we say the same things every time we take a loss, because we have to reassure those newer traders that it's okay, that trading's a business, that you will take losses, that there is probability, right? And that if you just stay disciplined to whatever profitable system you've got, you'll end up, doing well here. So that's what the point of the stream, right? So if you don't like it, then just don't come to the stream, right? But the point of the stream is not to just sit here and be quiet. Does that make sense? Yeah. It should to anybody with a brain. What a great breakdown. Your mind. Yes.
Practice.
Yes, sir.
Practice builds habits too, so we say a lot like show up here right now. Those of you in this trade right now is your opportunity to work on the skill set of being composed, during your drawdowns, right? Like right now is how you could become better from it, right? Just by practicing it, constant repetition, doing these stuff every day and working out those muscles, it's how you get better, right? So hopefully everyone right now in this trade is practicing composure, practicing a probability mindset, right? And practicing the right habits here, because ultimately doing that every day is what's going to make you and build you to be a great trader.
Yeah.
So instead of quaking right now, I'd be reminding myself some fundamental truths or laws about how the markets move. I'd be doing something that helps me stay composed, and I'd be practicing that right now.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wanted to say too, like, your perceived reality is more real than reality itself, right? The way you perceive the term loss has a lot to do with how you're going to feel, right? I mean, obviously, if you come from sports and being competitive, like the term loss in a way kind of means failure, right? And who likes to fail? Who likes to lose? No one, right? So obviously that's going to suck. But when you perceive it in a different way, like I like to perceive it as probabilities, right? I also like to perceive my stop loss as protection, right? You see how I'm going to feel much different, much better. That's going to be able for me to stay composed long term to continue to execute the profitable system, right? So really change the way you think about these things, right? Because ultimately that's going to, correlate to everything else and how you feel about it, and then how you act, and ultimately how you get results,
Is this crypto? Crypto. In the shorts for the 1 hour wick fill. Very nice, very nice. Bring Magnus on. Is Magnus here? I don't know if Magnus is here.
Let me check.
He put in enough work in London, you know? 30 minutes of drawdown.
Yes,
Just
he
hit
is.
TP.
He's back.
He's back in the building.
Yes, he is here.
Let's get him. Let's get him. You got your speech prepared, Magnus? It's all ready to go? Okay. All
Hello, everyone. My
How
name
are
is
you?
Magnus,
Good morning.
and only good things happen to me.
Hey,
Let's
what a
go.
speech.
What's up, bro?
Let's
What's
go.
up, John? What's up, Rocky? What's up, Dick?
Speech.
Good
Hey,
to
how
see
are
you,
you?
brother.
Eddie.
Yes, sir. Hey, how are you?
What's going down? What's going down?
Yeah, not much, man. Great London trade there, and we have
Yeah,
sunshine
nice.
here, and now into this.
Little drawdown in
Let's
London,
get
you
it.
said?
Oh yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah.
30 minutes of drawdown ski?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Drawdown's
all
good
right.
for the soul, they said. So
Not too bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, good trade though. Also here now, good trade.
How come no volume? Good question. Good question. He's Superman. Yeah, we had no volume for 9:30, 9:15, 9:30, or 9:45 here. So now we're creeping into 10, 10:15. Could we start to see some volume start to dump into the market here? You know, that's kind of like what we're looking at.
So hopefully, yeah, we'll see. We could get a massive rejection out of here.
We already have a really big rejection on the 4 hour. We'll see if we can get another like move up and break those 4 hour highs. Would be great.
So
Is Magnus ready for Asian sesh? He might be. He might be. Asian session. All right, there go the 30 lows. Let's see what happens. We're tapping now into that next 15-minute support there. So let's see what happens here. Longest trade of the year. It's been a minute. I think we had one other trade in Asian that was like almost 2 hours long. It was insane.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Wild.
it was wild.
Imagine out of that 2 hour, 90 minute in drawdown.
Literally.
About to be tapped out. Rejects. About to get there. Rejects.
Hey, that kind of happened to us here in this trade. We poked up, we came back down, we poked up, we went into profit, came back. We actually went around 80, 85 pips in profit on this trade. Or 70, 75. Poked up, we came back, we poked up again. Price is confused. It's Monday. Volume loading up. Yeah, we'll hope so. We'll hope so. Would you have taken a buy the break of 730 highs? 730. Where was that at? 730. Yeah, actually that wasn't bad too. That was like the other end of DJ Scratcher's idea here. Yeah, that wasn't too bad on the 30 minute. You had a nice rejection out the downside, closed above, inverted celery. It just depends on what range you were using, because there's also another range here which you didn't close above, right? So it just really depends on what range was being used at the time, but the structure of the candles and all that make a lot of sense for, you know, the break of the highs to push up.
yeah, I looked at that range to the left too, but we didn't really close above or anything.
Yeah, it just depends, you know, like where was your range? Which one were you playing?
Definitely.
So, yeah, if you were using that one, then you kind of close below there. Why do you keep ignoring me? I don't know. There's a lot of comments in this chat, so maybe I just didn't see it. Ask again. Ask again. Is it a good idea to cut losses like Raja? You can. Yeah. Yeah, not a bad idea. I like to manage off closures. I like to manage off ranges and stuff. So being that everything's closed above 45.70, I am going to, you know, just stay in this trade. You know, I don't care if my stop loss gets hit. That's the thing, right? Like, I've accepted the outcome of every trade I ever take long before I put it on. So if there's opportunities for me to manage, I will. But at the end of the day, I don't care if it's going to be stop loss, if it's going to be TP. I obviously would love for it to be TP, but I don't mind it being stop loss. I really, you know, again, I've accepted every outcome of this trade long before I put it on. So if it closes below the range, I manage. If it stays above, you know, I stay in. And that's always really worked the best for me. Why did I take buys? I took buys because the daily tap target, the 4 hour was rejecting out of target. The 1 hour closed strong bullish after breaking the lows, and that's why I got in. Yep, looking at like a potential target tapped kind of idea, concept of the daily and the 4 hour pushing out of support during the high time of volume, which is going to be 9 to 10. So waited for a bottom wick on that 1 hour candle, waited for it to break the previous lows. Got involved in the break of the highs, and you know, we went about 70 pips, 75 pips in profit, and now we're just waiting on the outcome. Just waiting on the outcome.
Yes, sir.
Are you in this one, Magnus?
I'm waiting for like closures above like 80, 81 there.
Got it.
Yeah, if you're not in, you gotta wait for the closure above 81. Yeah. 15 or 30.
But it looks good now. Like, we've broken all lows now. We're coming back up here. So, I mean, everything's looking pretty good to push up here, especially with that support hit and everything. Staying above 70.
Yep. Can we enter on this trade, and what's the TP and stuff? I would wait. Yeah, I would wait for 45.81. So a nice 30 or 15-minute closure above 81, which is basically like my break-even point. Then I would look to get into another trade. And then, yeah, just keep the stops and TPs where I have them. Everything is displayed, right? Everything is right here. So my stops are here. My TP's here. This is my trade, gang. You know, for anyone asking my stop loss and TP, I mean, it's literally on the screen. NQ and gold have been correlating since the war. All right. How do you cut losses on Top Step? You would just, if you're in a buy position, just hit sell. You know, take a sell and cut whatever you want from the trade. Don't worry, you got some arrows? I don't think we need them. I think everything is fine and dandy here. Silver looking money. Let's take a look. Yeah, nice little. Did we close above slightly?
Oh yeah. Oh, the 15 bad though.
1 hour not the hottest either, but yeah, not bad.
Nah.
Can we get gold to move up along with silver?
That'd be lovely. I would love a 30 closure above that, like, what is that, 80 level there? That'd be money.
Yeah.
Should have a straight right up there.
Yep. Am I in on my live account? Yes, of course. I'm used to trading view. Okay, when you get put the TP, it shows on the right. Oh, you know, why doesn't this one show on the right? Yeah, 46.16, and then stops are 45.56. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why it doesn't show actually. It used to. Yeah, my bad. If it breaks the previous 4 hour high, I'm holding this all day. I might too. I might send off to golf and just let this thing run. Keep a steeper TP. But we'll see.
Did you hold that sell like throughout until London?
I did all the way into New York, all the way through.
Ooh, sheesh.
Bro, I woke up at like 6 or whatever it was. Came in and just closed it. Was that
Damn. Yeah, we saw the bleeder in London there. That made a lot of sense. That full time frame was coming straight back down.
Yeah. The bleeders were. I mean, it was so obvious gold was gonna move down pretty much throughout the night.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, W moved there.
All right, knock, knock, knock. Say hello to opportunity. Can we knock through the resistance? We've knocked a couple times. Can we finally get the push? We need a big, big bang, bang from the SWAT team, from the bullish SWAT team here to knock through that resistance. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. BRB. I seen your trading journal on Instagram. Will I be replacing it with yes? So I've now begun to use TradeSet, which is it's actually a journal that we put together for all TTE traders. Yeah, it's actually pretty sick. Let me show you guys. So this is what it looks like. Has a nice watermark on it if you want it. You get to basically track all your stuff. Just like TradeZella. It's pretty cool though. You got an edge score going on in here. You have the playbook where all the playbook setups are already kind of locked in for you. You have prop firms, which you can track all your P&L on the prop firm. So how much money you spend versus how much money you make in there. You got the journal that you can kind of start using for your like daily journaling as well. What else? Let's see. Analytics obviously are here as well, and you can find out all your best days or worst days or anything like that. So it's a nice journal, man. It's clean. The way it's pretty cool too. When you add a trade, we have it all customized, so it makes it very easy for any TTE trader to really start journaling their trades. You would take this trade and then you can go right here. You label it as a breakout, an onion, celery, whatever it is. Then you can do the time frame, 15, 30, whatever time frame you took it on. You could select what session you took the trade. You can also select your risk, right? So this is a big one here: high, normal, low, and then your primary focus or your primary emotion. So were you greedy? Did you take this trade out of anger? Did you do it because you were just locked in and focused, right? What was your outcome? Was it neutral? Yeah, it was. Or no, I was quaking a lot in that trade. I was one of the guys in the YouTube chat that didn't grow up yet, so I was still, quaking and trying to say there was a loss when there really wasn't. And then your exit behavior. Did you exit early, aka quake? Did you exit late, aka greedy? Or did you exit on plan, aka TTE style? So it just depends, right? Whether what you were, and then that'll start to grade you from there. So it is awesome journal. Awesome journal. So I'll be using that moving forward. If you guys are trading the TT system or style, I would definitely consider using that as well. You can get it, just hit !journal in the chat, and then the link will pop up for you. And if you have any questions, just let us know. But we're trying to do everything we possibly can to make this journey a little bit easier on you, and to just assist you in whatever way possible. All right, Goldie, can we push through the highs here? I think I will slightly lower my partial TP to that 30-minute support, just in case. Yeah, still only closing 50% there. Let's see if we can break that 1 hour high. Do we have any discount codes? Yes, if you use code TTE, you'll get a discount. And I would recommend buying it for the year if you can. It basically costs you $19 a month if you can purchase it for the year. If not, you'll just get the discount that the TTE code got. Yeah.
There's nothing in the market like this, bro. Like, honestly, it's a no-brainer. And when it comes to collecting that, it's gonna be the most complete journal that you'll find out there.
Yeah. All right, gang. That's my partials. So I'm going to grab my partials right here and get myself out of this trade. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm also going to move stops to break even. And I am going to enjoy this runner if we can get it. So congratulations to everyone who didn't quake. For those that remained calm and composed. For those that didn't shortcut this trade and get out early. Because there was no reason to. You know, there was 0 reasons to quake. There were 0 reasons to get out of breath or emotional or... You know, call me names and it is what it is. Where the haters at now? Where
Definitely,
they at though?
You just gotta put the logic behind it. That was the same we experienced in London here. We got a bullish closure in a sell, but that didn't make any sense to close because we still closed below range and stuff. Here too, we closed above range still, so it still made sense to hold it.
Absolutely. That's what we do. That's why we're up 3,000 on the day, because we don't quake. We don't move emotionally, right? We move with composure, we move with logic, and we move as a professional. All right, can we push through this 30-minute resistance? I think we can keep going, boys and girls. We've broken the 4-hour highs. I don't see why not. Why don't we just make it a 600 pip TP and hope for the best here today? Why don't we do that? The haters are in drawdown. They took a sell. They went against me, man. I said, nah, we're taking those sells, Nick. Taking those sells.
Somebody told you it was a loss.
Man said, yo, that's a loss. I said, man, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about.
Funny.
Gotta love it. So somebody asked me, hey man, you know, like any tips for anyone that's gonna like I guess the guy wanted to start live streaming his trades. And one of my biggest tips is don't listen to these people in the chat, right? Who you don't even know who they are. The way I see it, when someone says, yo, that's a loss, bro, or they quake like that, you know what I picture? I just picture them as like these little like 17-year-old gremlins in tighty whities, little white underwear, not boxers, but tighty whitey underwears, yelling at their mom to stay out of the room because they're in the middle of doing something. And they haven't passed a funded account in their life, yet they're going to try and tell me how to trade.
Nah, that's exactly.
So that's the visual with pee stains on that.
That's
Man got some stains on the undies. Hasn't had an official haircut in forever. Had his boy come over and shave his head just with a buzzer. Talk about mom, stay out of my room. I'm bossing Nick Stewart around from the TT live streams right now. I'm working. So anyone that's, you know, doing this publicly, you just gotta really, you know, just make that your little visualization when you hear the haters come through.
Nah, literally.
I miss Linda. Yo, we gotta get Linda back. You know, I check my settings here after the stream. Wow, not only did we close partials, but man, we closed them right on point. As always, pretty much. Kind of miss Linda. Yeah, Linda will be back tomorrow for my birthday. John and Magda still waiting for closures above. You guys still waiting for closures?
Nah, I don't really tap the target. I'm good here.
I plan on holding this trade a while. You did not lie. I told you. I had a feeling it could be. I mean, I didn't picture it being drawdown for a while. I was trying to hold in profits for a while, but you know, it is what it is. We get one and one out of here on a Monday. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, we knocked through all right. My thing is, do we do a 4-hour pack runner and then start driving down? That's also some potential here. Yeah, remember we talked about that awkward like 1-hour celery type of deal? That was it there. Can I still enter a buy here when I get down, when I get a wick down? Nah, I wouldn't do it. As Raja would say, you missed the move, you know, and you just got to be okay with that. It's fine. I miss moves all the time. So this is why we are doing our thing with our stops, right? Because I've seen a lot of people ended up saying, hey, I'm stopped out, or I got stopped out, or I lost and this and. But like, what plan did you follow here? You know, that's the question. Like, what plan? Like how? Like, what? How did you lose? Why did you lose? What was the reason? Right? Was it emotions, or did you actually have a plan to, you know, have stops below here and below there? Like, what was the plan here for you? Because the plan that we had set together was to keep stops below the wick, below 45.60. So that way it's below not only this 15-minute support, but this one as well, right? Because we know that this 4 hour is still bearish. So there's a chance that price can wick down here, right? And still come back up. But as long as it remains, how many times did you guys hear me say 45.70? 45.70. Oh, here we go. We still closed above 45.70. No bottom wick, right? Next candle. Oh, Nick, what should we do? Oh, we still closed above 45.70. Let's hang on. Next candle. Nick, what should we do? Oh, we still closed above 70. Nick, we still closed above, right? So as long as we were closing above 70, there was no reason to panic here. You know, of course, you can have some wicks come down and threaten you a little bit, right? But if you realize that wick was just there to retest support, and that's why our stops were below support. So any closures that remained above 70 was still in great position to move up, as we still are in good position to move up here now. So yeah, does that make sense? So now, do you guys understand why I manage my trades off of ranges and closures? Because this isn't the first time or the 10th time or the 20th time, right? Or the 50th time that we've done this here. So you got to realize anytime you have your ranges in mind, wait for closures. You know, don't, a lot of you guys, hey, should we manage the way Raja does or this? It's like, I don't know. What was your plan? Right? Because my plan is always to manage off closures, always to pay attention to ranges. And in today's case, the ranges were here. It was 70 and it was 64. And as long as we closed and remain above 70, then we were good to go. How many times was the question asked, Nick, if the 30-minute closes bearish below, will you manage? And I said, yes, I will. Right? I'll close half or I'll do something here, but we never did that. Right? So we remained in the trade. And then that was that. Let it go. I'll probably get hit at break even here, but phenomenal trade. Way to stay locked in and get the job done.
It's a good run. Good one there. W.
Your advice is horrible, man. Well, then don't take it. You know, what do you want to do? You want my advice? I get you results like this. I get you months like this.
P&L says otherwise.
Yeah? Horrible advice here, boys. Definitely whatever that Nick Stewart guy's saying, you definitely don't want to listen to him. For sure. When Nick Stewart says buy, I sell. Horrible advice here. You know, you definitely don't want to trade the way I trade, gang. Stay away from this style. This is going to be very risky. You know, whatever you do, don't listen to me. If you want to watch me take my trades, that's one thing, but please don't take any of this advice here. It's just my trading and my trading alone. Oh, we survived break even. Oh, let's go.
No way.
Let's go.
Imagine actually surviving break even and moving all the way up there.
Bro, that'd be insane.
That'd be insane.
First time here, you're good in my opinion. Yeah, I'm all right. You know, I do all right. I'm all right. There's many traders that are much better than me. Trust me. What time do you stream live? 8 a.m. Eastern to about now. 10:30, 11 a.m. People are so mean these days.
Literally.
The only thing I know is they would drop anything in their life to switch with me. So that's the one thing I do know.
100%.
Is that they would do anything for these type of results, right? Anything besides lock-in. But anyways, let me keep it as humble as possible, guys. I'm an okay trader. I show up and do it every day. I give some advice. If you want to take it, it's here. If not, you know, who cares? He's all right. He's all right.
I mean, he's all right.
We got runners. Do we have the runners here? Can our runners do it? I'm gonna actually take another like 2. Yeah, just so yeah, I'm gonna take another 2 contracts right there, and we'll let the rest of it run. Survive break even. I did too. Damn, I was the close to break even. Yeah. BE. Anyway, nice trade. You know, I always like sitting in drawdown and, you know, coming out on top. Like it's it doesn't happen too often, but when it does, it's a good opportunity just to show composure, to show trade management. You know, we don't get those examples all the time, right? Where we get that example to show you how to stay composed, to show you how to manage your trade based off of ranges and closures. So it's nice to have that, you know what I mean, as an educational point here today. It was a very good day to learn and to, you know, learn composure and trade management and all that good stuff. So I don't even care about the win, right? The fact is we had a great example that showed just incredibly good management. Jamaica in the house. Jamaica. Since 4 years I follow you. Since 2 years you changed my trading. Oh, lovely. I love that. I love it. I wasn't in this trade, so I still felt a little nervous. Maybe you were just nervous for us. Maybe you were nervous for us. Hey, Kato, you're the one on my stream, buddy. You're on my stream, dude. Oh, man. Nick, the way you ignored me 15 minutes. Hold on. The way you ignored the 15-minute levels and 30, can you explain? Yeah, because basically everything here is showing, hey, as long as we stay above the range here, price still remains bullish, right? You have this strong 1 hour closure. If we kind of delete everything, let me just delete this. Right? You also see there was a bit of a fake out, right? A bit of a fake out on the 1 hour chart. So let me just draw that a little bit better, because I think you had, yeah, you see that? So you actually did have candle 1 and candle 2 both closed below that range. And if we look left, we do have a very clean range to move down, right? So if we look left, there's a lot of clean traffic where price could still move down. So we really needed that 1 hour candle to close. Remember, we were thinking about trading on the 15, we were thinking about trading on the 30 minute as well, but we never got that 1 hour closure yet. So once we got that 1 hour closure, then we started focusing on, can we come down, break that low, right? Break that low, being that the 1 hour didn't have the greatest low there. We did do that. At the same time, we had a high, right? So we set the buy stop on the break of the high there. So just take a look at it like this. This is what we were looking at that moment. So we had you know, break of the lows, 1 hour candle had made a high. We came down, we started moving back up, and then we took the buy. You know, took the buy right here, and then all the management was just done right on the lower time frames, like the 15 and 30, because that's where we had the other ranges. So this was the idea for the trade, right? So this is the one that we wanted to see. But again, you're not always going to get what you want in life right away. So we had to wait. You know, price kind of pushed up about 75 pips, and then you start coming back down, right? So you came down, but we seen that the closure here below above 70 was good, right? So we stayed in that trade. That kept it bullish. Next candle closed bullish, right? You came down, threatened our stop loss slightly, right? But not really. Our stops are down here. Just a nice little push down, broke the 30-minute lows. And now we just started pushing up, you know what I mean? So once we got here, this was our original spot to take profits, right? We didn't really change much. We took our profits there, and, you know, now we're just still hanging out with runners. So we'll see if price wants to continue moving bullish. We don't have much of a lower wick yet, so you could get that, and that's fine. You know, we already secured a bag. Again, 3,000, yeah, 3K up, 7K up on my live account, so not looking too bad here. ROI percentage in 2025. 2025. Like, what do you mean ROI? ROI, like, what do you mean, from prop firms and all that? Took the same trade, but I fear when it went down, I cut the loss, added position when it went back up, made. Yeah, you know, you just have to work on your management, you know. So you were probably very emotional, and you were getting in, and then you were getting out, and then you were getting back in, and that's not really how you want to trade, right? You have to have a solid plan going in. You have to fix your risk and know exactly what you're risking on the way into that trade. Know how you're gonna manage it, and then just, you know, hang tight, man. You know, the less you do, the better. You really gotta just get yourself out of the way. You know, we end up hurting ourselves in most cases when it comes to trading, right? We end up getting in or out due to fear or just being scared or greed or whatever it is, that, you know, we get in the way of our own profits at the end of the day. So you just got to get the heck out the way, man. Get out the way. Percentage in profits? I have no idea. I was trading funded accounts for the most part. The only thing I did in Live Capital in 2025 was I set up that $30,000 account, and I took about 90 grand on that account, the one with Tora, and then that was the live account. And then when it comes to my funded accounts, let's look up the numbers to January of, yeah, so if we do that, so let me go January of 2025 to 2026. We made about 300,000. 71% win rate, about a 1R. So yeah, pretty good year. Pretty good year. These last couple years have been obviously my best years. Last year was my best year ever, but I think this year, now that I'm trading my live capital again, it's a pretty big year. Pretty big year so far. Do you have a TP for this runner if it gets moving? Yeah, I'd say probably 46.10, something around there. All right, let's see. Any other questions? If not, I got a round of golf to start playing here. Can we keep running?
Nice.
Can we keep running? There go the
You
highs.
too, John?
Yes, sir.
Fire.
Let's see if this could run just a little further while we're on the stream. You have this little level right here as well that we could run into. So,
But remember, Nick, someone on the stream on YouTube said it's going down. So be very careful here.
I took pictures of all y'all names. All y'all names.
You wrote them down?
Pictures. Yup, I wrote them down. I took pictures.
Fire.
Don't be spamming OWs on the next win out here, you know.
Man's be typing L.
Don't be coming in tomorrow talking about happy birthday, Nick. We appreciate you. I don't want to hear it. Am I live? No, this is a replay. Yeah, instant replay. Let us see the names. Yeah, that's the funny part. In Asian session, we're all gonna. I'm gonna share the names with everyone, and we're all gonna like laugh at you, and I have the comment and everything, screenshot. We're gonna be like, look at these guys, you know.
Bro, it's gonna be so
like
funny.
These guys, and you know, stick to what.
Literally.
We actually
we're gonna
laugh
have such
at
a good time.
Yeah. Instant replay is crazy. We go to Asian session. We go, look at this guy. Look what he said during that trade while we were in drawdown. And we just use you as an example. You know, we go, don't be like that and don't do these things. And you see, you know, what he's saying is just a reflection of what's going on inside his mind. And it just happened to, you know, be strong enough to get out on his fingertips and be typed on the keyboard and actually press enter. So it's wild. It's wild what some of you guys do. Dennis doubted the GC wizard. Don't do it.
That's literally
I'm
what
telling
what
you,
he
if
did.
I was a stock, you do not want to bet against me, ever. Make a Quake chat on Discord.
The Quake chat.
I love that. I love this one. I was freaking out and you were saying breathe and I couldn't even breathe. I love that, man. I love that. You know, you gotta love like you know, I remember those beginner days. I mean, those days were awesome, you know. So just appreciate those days, man, but work towards better ones.
Definitely.
You better start reading it
That's
back
great.
out.
Yeah. Looks like we had a good idea with our partials here, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that was a bad idea. Bad idea. Partials there. Bad idea. Bad advice. Do you do live calls or just live streams? Just started. Yeah, I do just live streams. Live streams. Yeah. Only one-on-one calls I ever do is with some of my like elite members. That's it. That's all. That vape goes too hard, man.
Fun.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? If not, I'm just gonna leave this thing at break even and get the heck up out of here. I'm gonna need that elite program info pretty soon. I keep telling you guys pretty soon I'll open it up, but pretty soon I actually am opening up. So I've got like 3 guys that are we're about to finish our time together. So once that happens, you know, probably next week or something, we'll talk about the elite program opening and whatnot. But it's really for only serious members only. Really, if you're not in the clubhouse, then I wouldn't even try to get involved. This isn't for beginners. This isn't for people that are still like system hopping, right? The elite program, like if I'm going to invest my time with you, like this is for the trader who's been around for a bit, who knows that they need just some guidance to level up. So, you know, someone with a student mind, someone that's coachable, disciplined, and that actually is willing to put in the work, right, to get better. Because a full year, it's for a full year. So you and I get locked in together for a full year. I'm all over your trading. I see everything. I'll help you make the adjustments, refine your edge, fix your executions. We usually meet like monthly or bi-weekly, and every call is real growth, right? You can ask any of the elite members. For the most part, the amount of information you'll learn on some of these sessions is unbelievable, and you can really, you know, tie it into what you're currently doing. It's not like, oh, I'll teach you this and maybe you can use it in a year. Like, I'm going to teach you and you're going to use it the very next day, the very next session. So I've helped a lot of traders, you know, not only make that mindset shift, but ultimately make some serious money in the game. So if you're not already in the clubhouse and you just found us, this probably isn't for you. Just keep watching and stick to the YouTube chat or whatever for a little bit, learn our system, and then maybe we talk. But this is mainly for someone who's been around for a bit. They've been putting it in the reps. They just need the right mentorship to, you know, to break through. Yeah. You still went B risk despite the stop size? Yes. Yep. Yeah, you gotta understand, like when I do these elite calls, I am investing my time into you, right? So if I'm investing my guess who I'm not around while I'm here. Guess who I'm not around while I'm investing into this group or into anyone one-on-one, around my wife and my kids, right? And you know, other important people in my life. So you know, if I'm gonna take that investment and invest like time into somebody else, I need to make sure that they're dead serious.
Gotta be locked in.
Yeah. All right, we probably will reject 92, but that was a great trade to be a part of with you guys. It really was. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad it all worked out.
Yes, sir.
Oh, snap, Debo. Let's go.
Debo.
Hey,
What's
we got these YouTube badges now. Yo, you guys have been asking me for the YouTube badges for the longest time. So
How do you
we
get
got
that? Where?
Yeah, you get them on YouTube somehow. Yeah, you get them there.
Ah,
Shout out to
right
Debo.
there, I see.
Debo, any questions you got, brother, you let me know. I'm going to take care of them all for now. Now that you got the badge, you just different. You just different. Look at it. Green got the badge too. Green got a TT badge.
Greenery, let's get it.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, they actually look pretty cool too. Come on, respect the low and push back up. Respect the low and push back up. Yeah, you get them somehow on YouTube. I don't even know. Somehow, some way. You guys know YouTube better than I do, so. Yeah, Green, let them know how to get it. I don't even know. But hey, if that elite program sounds like you are a fit, the best thing you can do is reach out to me. Like DM me either on Discord or DM me on Instagram. I want to talk with you before we even discuss anything like that. So if that's something that you're, by the way, this is $7,500 for the year. So let's put that out there straight up, just so you know. Again, this isn't for everyone. This is for someone who's got money to invest into mentorship and they're already locked in and serious. So if it sounds like you, shoot me a DM and we'll chat. And yeah, if not, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Yeah, I'll probably only open 2 spots for the remainder of the year too. So I like the crew I got right now. We're really working. So let's go, Debo. I see ya. Damn, that looks nice actually. Okay, so now we get different colors, so it's not gray and all the time. Yeah. Taking money from us for what? Dude, you're taking money from me. I literally just gave you 120 pips. And I do that almost every day. You come here to take money from me. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
That's too funny.
The clubby needs a badge?
Oh, man.
Yes. All right, that's my break even.
That's too funny.
You guys do know I will have a rebuttal for everything you guys say. Like you guys make no sense. You come here in hopes that I will make you money. Stop it. Stop the cap.
Responsibility, man. Come on.
And look, I don't have a problem with that. It is what it is. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. But don't be where the haters at. Yeah, hey, this was a phenomenal trade, guys. I really enjoyed being in this trade with you all. It was good to be in drawdown, in the first part of the week here. And as long as we made it out and we banged that door and the bullish SWAT team opened up here and we tapped into that first TP area, that was good to go. Good to go from me. So that'll be it, man. I'll finish the day about 3 G's here, 7,000 here, total of about $10,000 a day, which is pretty much my goal now. Starting January, February, I've set that goal to increase size and play at a higher level. So feels good to walk away green on this lovely Monday. And guess what? Tomorrow we get to do it all over again. So if you guys aren't in the clubhouse, come join us. We trade Asian session every night. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, we move into the London session. That'll start around like 1:30 to 2 a.m. Eastern. And then we'll see you back here in New York. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Back at it tomorrow here.
Great
W over here.
Yeah, man. Let's get it.
Good session.
All right,
Have a great golf session here later.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You guys have a phenomenal day. Get yourself a YouTube badge. I'll see the colors coming in tomorrow on the YouTube chat. But W's on the way out. If you learned something here today, if you got some more composure, I hope my example helped you in some way, shape, or form. And now we move on to the very next trade. All right, gang. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. John, Rafi, Magnus, my 3 boyfriends who are profitable as can be. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the profits.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys in the next one.
Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Things are not economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the 4 of us. Knock, say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really went for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Hey, Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just now. Wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather. Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Hey, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, one time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us. I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They too focus on the image now, but that ain't me. Lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately I've been feeling like there's something off. A lot of friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say. Acting up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay. Try to be original but end up as a remake. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I'ma be great. I just stick to the plan. Yeah, I'm focused on the music, not a pic for the gram. Stay true to my supporters, yes, I did it for them. So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan. These days, I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days, I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days, I don't need nobody's validation. These days, I don't need nobody's invitation. These days, I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right.